Hello Pisces, welcome to your October 2023 reading. Today I'm going to be focusing on love. Reading for the month of October. I'm going to start out by looking at the mutual energies, get an idea of what I see the message for you guys today between you and person is. Then I'm going to spend some time with you, look at your feelings, look at your person's feelings, and then at the very end I'm going to go through all signs, so make sure you keep watching to then if you're interested. All right, so what's going on between Pisces and their person throughout the month of October? 10 of Wands. So for a lot of you guys, I'm getting, you may feel like there's something on both of your guys' shoulders throughout the month of October. Maybe something you want to, get off your chest, so to speak, or you guys both do. I feel that this connection, from what I can see, is a little bit overwhelming to one or both of you. Maybe there are certain things going on in your life or their life which feel like they are a stress, a factor of stress in your guys' relationship is what I'm getting for some of you. I'm also getting the Ace of Cups in reverse, but the King of Pentacles in the upright. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? Clarified by another emotions card, or speaking honestly card being in reverse. So yeah, I'm getting when it comes to having that openness and that vulnerability with one another, there's some problems with that. I feel like there's no real, whether it be one or both of you, like I said, there's no real gestures here or, meaningful declarations, so to speak. Like I feel like in terms of the money portion of it, for those of you that are involved to a degree where you would be involved in each other's finances, I feel like from what I can see with the King of Pentacles, you guys both have your careers under control for what I can see in this reading. But when it comes to that really open communication, honesty, those sorts of things, I'm feeling like that is what's lacking, if that's making sense so far. Why is the King of Pentacles in the upright? You could be dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign is what I'm getting. But yeah, when I'm clarifying why is the King of Pentacles in the upright here, maybe one of you guys is using work as a distraction during this time. Like I said, I feel like that's not really the issue from this reading. I'm also getting the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Four of Pentacles in reverse here? Okay. You guys are both kind of waiting to hear each other out. I don't know if that means that you're not communicating currently, or if that means that you're just not seeing things from each other's sides. I feel like you guys are more willing mutually to hear each other out than maybe you think, Pisces. I do see some possible betrayal here that's left you kind of hurt, or vice versa with the Seven of Swords. Page of Wands in reverse. I think there's just a lot of frustration from what I can see. Frustration and, like I said, vulnerability, but I'm also getting just that passion. Like I feel like it's not really being shown to you at this moment, Pisces, which has left one or both of you frustrated. I feel like with the practical things of this connection, it's there, whether that be independent or together. I'm getting the practical side of things is there, but I think I'm seeing some frustration with more the romance side of things, So now that just gave me some background information so I can, better read each of your guys' sides here. So Pisces, how is Pisces feeling throughout the month of October? From the bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Two of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I think Pisces, you might be the one that's frustrated with the lack of a plan during this time, or feeling like this person doesn't really have a plan for your future. Definitely could be dealing with the fire sign, or this could just be your energy, Pisces, that I'm picking up on, just frustrated and like, what am I, maybe this month is a lot of thoughts of like, what am I doing with my life? Or like, is this really what I want to do with my life? Like those types of things. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. Magician in reverse. For some of you, guys could be focused on your career during this month and kind of feeling like sometimes, I don't know, for those of you that are job searching or looking for a new job, I feel like one of the most frustrating parts of that is feeling like, look at all these applications, like, I don't know why this is coming to mind, but I don't have this skill and I don't have this skill. So I'm getting from the Magician in reverse. What's some advice for Pisces with this? Be careful about holding your true, I don't know, I guess potential back here when it comes to that. This could also be relating to love, but just going off of what I was talking about before. Try not to get stuck in those thought patterns. I'm also getting, for a lot of you, releasing some serious pain here with the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why isn't it focusing? So when I'm clarifying why is the Ten of Swords here, I'm getting the Six of Wands in reverse. For some of you, feelings of just like inadequacy, whether it comes to love or, you know, like I said, I was trying to read for love, but some career messages came out. But just in general, Pisces, I can see that this is kind of, and I'm going to give you some advice on it, and hopefully we can steer this in a more positive direction. But just from the read, if those of you, you know, let me know if you're relating to this, but I do see that comparing yourself to others and comparing to yourself to where other people are, you know, the places that they're in their life. I don't know. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting, whether that be love, career, or both. It's funny because I'm not necessarily getting any, you know, major heavy cards in the upright, so that leads me to believe that you're coming out of this period of feeling this way. But at the same time, I am still getting a bit of heaviness from this read when it comes to you, Pisces. Let's see. Yeah, maybe just circumstances have left you to feel like, you know, why does this happen to me? This is, you know, this is unfair. I see you kind of being in that place. What is going to bring Pisces out of that at this point? Very blatantly, when I asked that question, I got a card of community. So, of course, leaning on other people. Also kind of reveling in your own accomplishments instead of focusing on the negative. Not saying that that's what you're doing, Pisces, at all, but maybe on a spiritual or like a subconscious level. That's what I'm seeing. Also, when I'm asking what will pull you out of this and bring some of that stability into your life and back into your thoughts, I'm getting, like I said, the Hierophant and the Hangman. So those are two major arcanas which both represent kind of seeing things from a new perspective, but like I said, also leaning on the people that are closest to you during this time. And for some reason, this is popping into my mind, but if you know anyone that you feel like you're comparing yourself to in your life, I do not know why this is coming to mind, but think about your similarities with that person. Really specific message, but I think it's easy to get caught up on the differences when you're in that kind of state of mind. But I'm getting, in order for you to see things from a new perspective, if you're going to compare yourself, compare the positives or the similarities. All right, I'm also getting possibly with a fire sign for some of you with the Queen of Wands. That card is ripped, but with the Queen of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're also frustrated with a lack of communication. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but frustrated with the lack of communication with someone, which I will get into your person in just a second. First, I'm going to pull some advice, and let's see if this kind of ties into the messages that I was saying previously with you, Pisces. So I'm getting, you're very close. My camera's having trouble focusing. You're very close to achieving your goal. Not going to focus. That's fine. You're very close to achieving your goal. And don't let pride get in your way. I feel like that's interesting. I don't know why. I feel like I was talking a lot about comparing, but maybe I should have been talking about pride as well. Their message is don't let pride get in your way. Maybe that has to do with your person or not. I'm also getting hold your vision. So for those of you that, you know, felt something when I said that, and you thought of something like, oh, well, that relates to this portion of my life, give us some thought. That's why I pull oracle cards a lot of times, is I don't try to over explain. I kind of let the messages come out to you guys with the oracle cards. But hopefully that meant something to you and what you're related to your own life. So I'm getting fire magic. So maybe for a lot of you, I know Pisces is a water sign, which is interesting that this fire card came out, but maybe to kind of pull from that fire-like energy, which is indulging the things that you're passionate about, having a little bit more, how do I put it? Like allowing yourself to have a little bit more fun, not be thinking long term as much, and kind of be making more decisions for the now. I'm not saying totally like, cut everything loose and be impulsive, but at the same time, just like it's advising for you to think with that kind of mindset a little bit more. Maybe that'll get you out of these repetitive thoughts that I was seeing. I'm also getting listening to wisdom, which is something that I brought up earlier, which, you know, a lot about some of the ways you're going to get through this period right now, this chapter in your life, is by leaning on and like other people that have some similarities with you, and listening to what they have to say and listening to their life experience, especially if you feel like it kind of aligns with yours in some way. Hopefully that made sense. I don't want to get too like preachy here, but all right, so yeah, let's go into your person and see how your person is feeling. Pisces, I was definitely getting a lot of frustration when it comes to communication. So Pisces, when I'm thinking about how this person feels about you or where they're at in terms of this connection, I'm getting justice, which is a little surprising. Why is justice here? Could be dealing with a Libra. Oh, yeah, so when I'm asking why is the Justice card here, I'm getting the Nine of Cups to clarify. So for a lot of you, this person feels like they really admire the qualities that you have. Maybe there's something that you have, I don't know, introduced to them, which they feel a new way of thinking, a new way of living, introduce something new to their routine. Whether you guys are still speaking or not, that's something that they still incorporate into their life. Don't know why I got that message, but I did. And I think you bring them, or at least your presence in their life, brings them a lot more balance. I don't know why this is also coming to mind. Maybe they're going through a hard time before they met you, and you kind of brought a lot of light into their life, Pisces. I'm also getting the Queen of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this could be even relating just to how they view themselves. These are super interesting and specific messages I'm getting. I feel like I never get so specific in my readings, so I'm hoping that it, you know, you're relating to it in some way. But all right, so Nine of Wands in reverse. Why is the Nine of Wands in reverse here? Ten of Pentacles. So I think the one thing that they are upset about here, though, is just the lack of commitment. Ten of Pentacles in the upright is usually a card of marriage, things like that. So commitment, I feel like they're frustrated because of that with the Nine of Wands in reverse. I think very specific message, but for some of you, they're disappointed that they let other people's opinions kind of alter their view of commitment, whether that be in general or to you. I feel like other people could have been involved in that decision making, or just their past, you know, their life so far has led them to that way of thinking. King of Pentacles again. Wow, King and Queen of Pentacles. It's funny because I was talking a lot about like at the beginning of this reading, someone having like their finances and their career together. I feel like this is definitely someone that I'm talking about with your reading, or meaning it was more them, because I'm getting both of those cards here representing someone who's very either invested in their career or trying to get their career together. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wheel of Fortune. So they could be feeling like they met you at the right time, which may be surprising to some of you, especially if you're relating to what I'm saying of like confusion and lack of commitment. But surprisingly, they could have felt like it was very lucky to meet you as well. Like I said, I really think they admire a lot of things about you, Pisces. When I'm saying, I asked in my head. I didn't say it out loud, which I should have, but I was asking the cards, like, why did they feel like they met you at the right time? And I'm getting the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Wands in reverse. You released a lot of this baggage that they were carrying. Maybe Pisces, for some of you, you really listened when they spoke and offered advice. Maybe that was one of the things that you introduced into their life, showed them compassion. And for a lot of you, they really, really value that about you, Pisces. I think they also, from what I can see, they really value your initiative. Like maybe Pisces, you weren't really the type in this connection to kind of let things, you know, just go with the flow. And like, I feel like from what I can see, at least like from their perspective, you guys really took initiative, said how you feel, listened, were really like everything that they wanted in this situation. So, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like they see you as someone that just like waits around and doesn't take initiative. Could also mean that that's what they want to do. I don't like to give, you know, a super linear story, but I do think for a lot of you, either they like that about you or they want to take initiative. Four of Wands in reverse. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? So this is usually a card of like an actual, you know, reunion or meeting up or something along those lines. I think for a lot of you, what's getting in the way is that this person doesn't really have the courage to, for whatever reason, do that immediately. But I think that that's something that's really on their mind. And I think right now they're very focused on, like I said, the what they admire about you. Yeah, but for some reason, the reunion card is in reverse. When I clarified, I got strength. So maybe not a lot of action in the month of October. But yeah, that's kind of how they're feeling. Let's pull some oracle cards. And then I'm going to go through all signs in just a couple minutes. So make sure you stick around if you want to hear specific messages for each sign. Sorry, this video is kind of a little dark. It's just, the sun just went down. I feel like the lighting is dark. I left when I saw you with someone. I wonder if you are happy without me. Those are some of the messages, or this is called the Hidden Truth Oracle. So those are some messages that maybe they're not telling you. I did get some small storylines in this read about like other people being involved. Maybe they thought you were with someone else. So I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage is a message that's coming out. This person has, it says fear. I'm uneasy about myself. I don't know if I can truly make you happy. So there's a lot of self-doubt coming from this person, which is funny because earlier in the reading I was seeing that like heaviness that you kind of helped relieve in their life, whether that be like you were, you know, very supportive of them and kind to them and caring to them. I feel like although you introduce that to them in a lot of ways, I don't know, I'm getting that this person has a lot of has a bad view of themselves for some of you. I feel like you help them in a lot of ways, but at the same time that self-doubt isn't fully gone. So I think that they, you know, still doubt if they're good enough for you. Some messages that I was getting. All right. The outcome, just a brief outcome between Pisces. I didn't, like I said, not a lot of action this month from what I saw. For those of you, I'm going to kind of split this outcome into two different readings because I got a very clear storyline. For those of you that this person has another person in the picture and you know that, it's advising for you to kind of move on from that person. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but I think that if this person is involved with someone else, I think you will move on in the next few months. Can we get another story out there? For the people whose Pisces person is not involved with someone else. Page of Pentacles. So the second storyline here that I'm getting is that you will have a new opportunity. Pisces, with this person, you'll release a lot of that sadness that you both were holding on to with the loss of it, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm also getting that this person will leave a lot of their, very specifically, a lot of their routines that you didn't like the things that they did. I don't know why this is coming to mind, but like if they were gone a lot or they were absent a lot, I feel like they're going to leave a lot of those patterns behind with the Eight of Cups. Clarified with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so those were two very different storylines, so relate it to your life as you will. Let's go through each sign. I hope that wasn't all over the place. I tried to kind of keep it from going off the rails, but that was a very interesting read. Yeah, so I'm going to go through all signs, Aries through Pisces. Dealing with an Aries, I'm getting the Hangman in reverse. For some of you, Hangman came out a lot in the general reading. This Aries is stuck in their ways. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Dealing with a Gemini, I'm getting Dealing with a Taurus, I'm getting the Three of Swords in the upright. A Taurus is very devastated, Pisces, over this. Very heartbroken. If you're dealing with a Gemini, I'm getting the Ace of Wands in reverse. I think this Gemini is... You may have had a false start with a Gemini, or they could have felt like it was a false start. Especially if this is a new Gemini. If you're dealing with a Cancer, I'm getting the King of Cups in the upright. So this Cancer really deeply cares about you, Pisces. If you're dealing with a Leo, I'm getting the Eight of Swords. What is up with all these fire sign cards and all being stuck in their ways? Leo is stuck in their ways, and it's kind of going to be hard to get them out in the month of October. If you're dealing with a Virgo, I'm getting the Four of Cups. This Virgo is very impatient. I'm feeling like they're waiting on something to happen. If you're dealing with a... What am I on? Libra, getting the Hermit card in reverse. If you haven't spoken to a Libra in a while and they're on your mind, you may hear from them. They may come out of a period of kind of isolation there. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I'm getting the Knight of Cups. So I feel like with a Scorpio, this is really good. You may, if this is someone you don't communicate with, they may offer you love. You may also have a new Scorpio coming into your life offering you love. With the Sagittarius, I'm getting the Fool card. So I feel like the Sagittarius is definitely willing to take a risk when it comes to you. They're feeling very positively about this. If you're dealing with the Capricorn, I got Capricorn's card, the Devil. With the Capricorn, I feel like, they may be dealing with some stuff in their life right now that is completely not related to you, or this Capricorn is just not a good influence in your life. If you're dealing with a Aquarius, I got the Four of Wands. In the general, I got this in reverse, but in this reading, I got in the upright. So with an Aquarius, you may have a reunion with an Aquarius. And if you're dealing with another Pisces, I'm getting the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this other Pisces is kind of taking their time. When it comes to you, maybe they don't want to rush in and, yeah, be impulsive. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. Stay safe throughout the month of October. And for those of you that have been returning to my channel and have watched my videos in the past, sorry for the really long break. I really appreciate you continuing to watch. And for any of you who are new, either way, any support to my channel is really greatly appreciated, especially as I'm just kind of coming back to YouTube. So thank you guys so much. Take care.